I'm very curious to hear what Master TDS has to say. So let's hear him out. For those of you that aren't familiar, Wings was the company that got found out. It was like a pro women's charity that was based out of the same address as Landfall Games, but they never actually disclosed that it's the same place working out of the same office. So it was very shady. It was very shady.
I didn't want to resort to this, but you've left me no choice. For months, I've been investigating Wings Interactive, a so-called indie fund that claims to support marginalized developers. They position themselves as a neutral force in the industry, a lifeline for struggling indie teams. But that's a lie, because every time I dug deeper, they erased their tracks. They deleted their history.
Which that was something that I noticed as well. I got blocked by Wings Interactive as soon as I reported on this. And their social medias got completely removed. Instagram went to private. Everything got taken down offline immediately after reporting on it. And that's going to raise a few red flags, a couple alarm bells going off. Like, wait a second. All we did was just report on this seemingly curious situation. And now we have them basically closing up shop and shutting down just from a flashlight being turned on them. It's curious.
They hid their funding sources. And when I confronted them, they blocked me. But they made one mistake. They left behind proof. We don't have to speculate. Because today, I'm going to show you Wings Interactive's own co-founder admitting everything.
Whoa. Damn, TDS on it. I'm very intrigued. He always finds it.
Hello.
And can't hide anything,
everybody. It is Master of the TDS, and welcome back to the channel.
The channel's been blowing up, by the way.
Today, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can stay up to date with this and other investigations in the future, as well as our regular content.
I mean, you guys who have been around for the channel for a while would know that this guy is someone who, I mean, has been a friend of the channel for a while. I've known him since he had a few thousand subscribers, and now he's at like 12 or 13,000 subscribers. So they've been blowing up, and well-deserved as well.
For years, Wings Interactive has claimed to be an independent funding group, but that was a lie. Because here is Audrey Leprince, co-founder of Wings Interactive, admitting that Landfall Games bankrolled them.
And this is how I thought about Wings, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get the money and give it directly to the women to make games. Just cut everything else, just focus on that. This is how it started, and I was trying to make it work with women in games in France, talking to the BPI, the French banks and stuff, and it didn't go very well. And at the same time, Peter from Landfall Studios here in Sweden was trying to do the same. And then we kept bumping into each other and like, it's not working. And then we decided to do it together, and then it started. Got the first investment from Landfall Games, and then Riot just also granted us $1 million to invest in different projects like a few weeks ago or months ago now.
We already knew that they were at the same location and shared some board members.
That's wild how they are so open about it. They're like, yeah, we're literally looking for banks to just bankroll us for women. Just for women. Just money for women. Why? Because women. That's why.
But now we have it from Audrey Leprince's own mouth. This isn't just connecting dots anymore. This is their own words. Wings Interactive was never an independent fund. They were financed by a major game studio, a studio that now pretends that it has nothing to do with them. But
I'm blocked by Landfall Games as well, by the way.
Doesn't stop there. Did you ever wonder why Wings Interactive actually exists? I mean, they try to make it very clear on their page, but that is also a lie. Listen to this.
I'm really starting a journey with doing good with games. We're starting Wings Interactive, which is a fund that invests in games developed by female game developers and diverse teams. So 97% of game investors are male. There's 80% of game developers are also male. There's a strong skew in the games industry.
So hold up. Her theory here is for the simple fact of just because it's a very male-dominated field, that women should just get a head start and a bunch of free money to work on games because they have a vagina instead of a penis. Am I following the logic here?
And that has manifested as well in the content and also impacts the players. And I don't think that incidents such as Gamergate is really a coincidence. I think that is those kind of incidents are born out of the overall industry and content that has arisen from these circumstances. So
she's trying to use Gamergate as a parlay into working on emotions of people to get funding, which is a common trend that I've seen with these types of people, where they bring up Gamergate as oh, we should get free stuff because men bad, because Gamergate. These people are a virus to the industry, like straight up.
Really looking to create a more socially fair and just industry and content. And
no one is stopping you from making a fucking game. Where does this come from? Where does this mentality come from of social equality in game development? I don't care what you got going on below the belt. If you can develop a game and if you can code, go do it. You slay, queen. What is this? We want an equal playing field. What? Maybe you just suck at making a game. Did you ever consider that? Could that potentially be an option? This reminds me of like the whole WNBA argument where like, oh, we should get paid equally because we play professional basketball too. You're subsidized by the NBA because no one gives a shit about you. Nobody wants to pay money to watch you. You lose money every year because what you put out is not entertaining. So now you're trying to turn the game industry into the WNBA of women developing because you suck. That's not how this works.
And community around PC and console.
Yep, you heard them. It's not just about helping marginalized developers. It's about combating the evils of Gamergate.
Yep.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. In fact, I should have expected this video going this direction.
Never about supporting indie developers. This was about pushing a reactionary agenda.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't funding games. They were funding ideology.
My experience with Alyssa Mercante has taught me how these people mentally think and how they use Gamergate as an avenue to their advantage. And it's always the victim mentality of, oh, Gamergate and men bad. All men are enemies. All men are bad. And the Me Too movement and everything like that. And it's like, how about you just make a good game? How about we focus on that instead of all this other extracurricular shit that nobody cares about? How about that?
And now that their connections are exposed, they're trying to rewrite history. Wings Interactive had every opportunity to respond. Instead, they scrubbed their website of all their board and committee members, deleted all their games, deleted their Twitter for a time, and deleted almost all of their social media. But now they're back on Twitter and Blue Sky. And when I confronted them on Twitter, they made it very clear that they didn't want to talk. If Wings Interactive is a transparent, honest fund, why are they...
What's he say? Hello, any comment on you being a shadow publisher for Landfall Games? I know you are watching since you hid someone's comment on your post. Anything to say to me? Wings fund me? I know you are there, so this is the time for you to get your side of the story out there. Now, to be fair, for Wings, if I even want to be like that, the smartest move is to just not say anything because they know they've been caught and the gig is up. And anything more they say will you can say can, but it will be held against them, especially by Master TDS. Like whatever they say, it's the gig is up. Like, we know what you're all about.
They doing everything possible to erase their past. But you know what's funny? They're not alone. The Game Bakers, they blocked me too. Now you might be asking, okay,
Who are they?
who is the Game Bakers?
Yep.
I'm glad you asked.
I am.
They're an indie studio co-founded by Audrey Leprince, the same Audrey Leprince who runs Wings Interactive.
What?
And here's where it gets even more interesting. Audrey Leprince is not only involved with the Game Bakers and Wings, she sits on multiple funding boards, including ones that distribute government money. You heard me correctly.
This is big, guys. This is big. Wow. Master of the TDS exposing the frauds like no one else. This is impressive shit.
Audrey Leprince, the co-founder of Wings and the Game Bakers, sits on multiple funding boards that distribute government grants to video and the Game
What was this
Baker.
one? Governance. This is for the SNJV. The board of directors is represented by 12 directors elected for 2 years by the General Assembly. Yeah, that sounds totally legit. The president is then elected by the board of directors. Oh, so it's a jack each other off festival with everyone there. And certain members of the board of directors are given thematic vice presidencies. Holy shit. Wow, wow, wow.
Sits on multiple funding boards that distribute government grants.
Well, you could tag Elon and Doge, but most of this is out of country stuff. Like, this one's France, so Doge wouldn't have anything to do with this. That's the problem, is it's gone worldwide, and they have a lot of global companies investing in these things to push a global agenda that is now beyond the scope of the power of the United States. It's scary. It's scary.
And it doesn't stop there. Her own game studio, the Game Bakers, received funding from the CNC. The French government gave them a grant for their video game.
For 160,000.
So, begs the question, does this mean that Wings Interactive was directly funded by the government? Well, no. Unfortunately, I can't prove that because they've gone into hiding, and the information that I have been able to find is merely speculative. But would it surprise me? No, not at all. Because when you start following the money...
Oh, it's 100% the WEF. This is the World Economic Forum finding a way into the game industry. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a direct correlation, a line directly to what Master of the TDS found here from them. Like, I might need a tinfoil hat on for this, but it feels like every time you come up with one of these theories, they end up being proven true.
Things get murky real fast. And for some reason, everyone involved panics the moment they're questioned. And believe me,
Curious.
I've tried to question them. They don't seem to be fans of me. I wonder why. Right now, Wings Interactive is running their annual Games with Wings sale, a special event where they promote games created by women developers. They were off social media until a couple days before this event, because this became more than just about selling games. It became about controlling the narrative.
Yep.
And this sale became the perfect damage control.
Oh.
They want you to forget. They want this to disappear. Because while they're busy pushing friendly, curated showcases, the reality is
he's so
their
right.
funding origins have been exposed. Their leadership is in hiding, and they refuse to answer any questions. This isn't just an indie celebration. As I said, this is convenient damage control. And I, for one, refuse to let them get away with it. If anybody watching this video has any insight into Wings Interactive funding, operation, or connections, my DMs are open, especially if you've worked with them, because someone has to hold them accountable, and it sure as hell isn't going to be the gaming press. I'll end off this video with a message to the people from Wings who are most likely watching this video.
Oh, they
You
definitely
refuse
are.
to be transparent, and you refuse to answer my questions. If you had nothing to hide, all you would need to do is address the claims. It shouldn't be a problem that you're connected to Landfall. But for some reason, whenever it's pointed out, you guys freak out and hide. Why? If you won't answer simple questions and you refuse to be transparent, then somebody, me, is going to have to make you transparent. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Hide as much as you want. I've archived everything, and I'm always watching.
That was a banger video. High TDS. That was good stuff. Yeah, as far as, let me see if there's anything else there. It's at the end, the outro. Yeah, it's a great channel. If we can get some people in the chat to just share Master of TDS's channel. Well, actually, I can do it right now. I got the link up. I'll just share it. But go give him a sub. He's a great dude and a great channel overall, and great video. Holy crap, that was a banger. That was a lot of information, a lot of screenshots, a lot of data, a lot of exposing. And I'm curious to see what happens next with that. I really am, because I feel like we have not seen the end of it, not by a long shot. But yeah, we'll leave that one there.